All right, section 3.3, we're adding and subtracting unlike fractions. Vocabulary term there is unlike fractions are two fractions whose denominators do not match. So the opposite of what we've done from the first section, 3.1. Here you see the rules. So you would multiply the two unlike denominators together to become a new denominator of the new two fractions we're going to add together. You'll multiply in the diagonals to get the numerators that go over that new denominator you just found. And then you will follow the rules for adding or subtracting fractions that we learned in the last section. So we're going to go ahead and start. We're going to do this example problem right here. And so here I have two unlike fraction denominators. So I will multiply them together as in step 1 told me. So 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to use the new denominators to rewrite these fractions to have matching denominators. Okay, so that's what it's telling me in step 2. Rewrite them to be what you see here. Let's see if I can move this around a little bit. Okay. The next part is to multiply in the diagonals. And so notice I multiply from bottom to top, and that's important. And whichever top side you end up on, so the right or the left, is where that answer goes. So from bottom to top, 8 times 1 is 8. Notice that this ended up on the right side, so this goes on the right side over here. Multiplying the other diagonal from bottom to top, and 4 times 3 is 12. Notice we landed on the left side, so this is going to be on the left side. So now we're at step 4, where it says to follow the rules for adding or subtracting fractions with like denominators. And so I bring over that denominator and I add the numerators. And so I end up with an answer of 20 over 32. And this would be great if this was a fraction that was in lowest terms, but it's not. So I'm going to have to divide both the numerator and the denominator by 4. And so I find 5/8 to be my final answer. So let's practice. We need to make sure that you understand how to go from unlike to matching denominators, which is this whole step here. I know you know how to do the rest of this because we've done this over and over and over here. So let's practice. 2/3 plus 1/9. I cannot add these together because the denominators do not match. To make them match, I will multiply the two denominators together, and 9 times 3 is 27. This becomes the denominator of both of those fractions. I'm going to multiply from bottom to top in the diagonal, and since I got 3 in this one, it's on the right side, it goes on the right side in my new fraction. I will multiply from bottom to top in the other diagonal, and I get 18. I ended on the left side, so left becomes 18. I bring over my denominator that matches, and I'm going to add, because it's an addition problem, my numerators together, 18 plus 3, and I get an answer of 21 over 27. I know that this is not in lowest terms, and it can be divided by 3, right? My common factor is 3, and so I end up with 7 over 9, or 7/9 as my final answer. Okay, let's try another one. Let's do 3/4 minus 7/12. The denominators do not match. I multiply them together, and I end up with 48 as a new denominator for both pieces. I multiply in the diagonal from bottom to top and get 28. Multiply from bottom to top on the other one and get 36. And now I have a new problem here with like denominators that I bring straight over, and a subtraction problem, 36 minus 28. Well, 36 minus 28 is 8. It's over the denominator that I had here, right? I just finished this out and got 8 as a numerator. And I know now that I can divide the top and bottom numbers by 8 here and end up with 1/6. Final answer.